Once, in a small village, there lived an old woman who was known for her kindness, wisdom, and constant happiness. The villagers adored her and often visited her to seek advice or share their troubles. One day, a young man from the village asked her, "Why are you always happy? No matter what happens, you never seem sad. Don't you ever feel bad when things go wrong?" The old woman smiled gently and replied, "My dear, life is full of ups and downs. Some days are joyful, while others bring sorrow. But I have learned that true happiness comes from within, not from the circumstances around us." The young man looked puzzled and asked, "What do you mean? How can you stay happy when bad things happen?" The old woman then shared a story from her past. "When I was young, I had a family, a loving husband and children. We were not wealthy, but we were happy. Then one day, my husband fell seriously ill. We did not have enough money for his treatment. We tried everything, but he passed away. It was the most heartbreaking moment of my life. I cried endlessly and believed I would never feel joy again." The young man listened attentively as she continued. "After some time, I realized that being consumed by sadness would not bring my husband back. My children needed me, and I had to find a way to be happy again. I started seeing life differently. I understood that good and bad moments are a part of life, but I decided not to let the bad ones take away my happiness." The young man, surprised, asked, "But how did you manage that?" The old woman smiled and said, "Every morning I tell myself, today is a new day, and I will find something to be happy about. Some days it is more difficult, but I always find something, even if it is small. Maybe the sun is shining, a flower is blooming, or I see a friend. There is always something to be grateful for." The young man thought for a moment before asking, "But what if something truly terrible happens? How can you still be happy?" "It's not always easy," the old woman admitted, "but I remind myself that nothing lasts forever, not even the bad times. When difficult moments come, I tell myself, this too shall pass. I focus on the good things I still have, my health, my friends, or simply the fact that I am alive. Happiness is a choice. You can dwell on the bad and be miserable, or you can search for the good and choose joy. It's not always simple, but it is possible." Grateful for her wisdom, the young man thanked the old woman and left, determined to follow her advice. From that day forward, he made an effort to find something positive in every situation. Over time, he noticed his life improving. Even when challenges arose, he remained hopeful and found happiness in small things. The old woman's story spread throughout the village, inspiring many. People began to realize that happiness does not depend on what we own or what happens to us. It depends on how we view life. They learned to embrace joy in every situation, just as the wise old woman had taught them. And so, thanks to her wisdom, the village became a happier place. Because in the end, happiness is a choice. No matter how tough life gets, we can always find joy in the little things and focus on the good. Life's hardships will pass, but a positive outlook helps us stay strong and content.